Years ago, when David Shapell passed away, our alumni got together, a number of alumni, and felt such a debt of gratitude and a responsibility. How do we properly memorialize Mr. Shapell, Zichrono Livracha? And what was created, the idea that was circulated, how about if we had a married couple who was able to be fully funded to come and learn for the entire year? A couple that without this they might not be able to learn together. A couple that had leadership potential, tremendous talent, and the alumni got together and raised a significant amount of money to fund fully a married couple, a fellowship. The David Shapell Married Couples Memorial Fellowship. We have the couple here in the middle of the year, the couple that was awarded after a very, very intensive vetting process. I think everybody who was involved in that process is now looking back and saying, we hit a home run. You can never tell the future. But Eliyahu and Lindsay Feldman have proven to be really worthy recipients of that fellowship. The success of this couple is certainly spurring on the seed money. The alumnus who gave the lead gift has increased that gift by 50% for next year to make sure that we can have another couple. And we are now in the beginning stages of raising the money for the next year's Memorial Fellowship. And we thought it appropriate at Mr. Shapell's Yahrzeit that Eric and Lindsay would share a few words about their experiences here and their own personal hakaras hatov for what they have gotten.
With the reshut of the Shapell family, the Rosh Yeshivas, the rabbis, students, and guests, Lindsay and I are so grateful to have this opportunity to be able to express our hakarat hatov to the Shapell's family in memory of David Shapell, Zichrono Livracha, at the occasion of his second Yahrzeit. Parshat Noach opens up with the pasuk, Elo Todot Noach, Noach ish tzadik tamim haya b'derotav, Eta Elokim hitalech Noach. The Mefarshim pick up on the fact that although Todo typically means genetic offspring, there are no offspring mentioned here. Instead, it teaches about some of Noach's personal traits. So on this, Radak comments that Todo refers not to one's actual children, but rather to his personal biography. And Rashi adds two other meanings. He comments that Todo could either mean his actual children, or the Tzaddik's deeds, his Masim Tovim. And although I never had the merit to meet Mr. Shapell, Zal, to whom my wife and I owe so much, by looking around the room today and listening to the beautiful Aspedim, it's clear to me that he brought Todo into the world in all three of the meanings. After enduring the horrors of the war, Mr. Shapell and his beloved wife built a beautiful Jewish family and enjoyed the gift of watching the family, their actual Todo, grow and flourish. We know that Mr. Shapell Zal has a rich biography of philanthropy and building, both in America and in the Jewish homeland that he had such a passion for, generously giving to countless Jewish institutions, as Rabbi Krolinsky mentioned many of. But the deeds of Mr. Shapell that have permitted us, the students present tonight, and the thousands of alumni across the globe, to become his Ke'ilu Todo, was his constant commitment to Shapell's Darkei Noam and Midrash Rachel V'chaya. Lindsay and I grew up in culturally Jewish but spiritually disconnected homes in the American Northeast. For us, being Jewish and remaining Jewish was a matter of convenience and personal preference, and something that we could have easily forsaken as we forayed into pursuing the typical American dream. As with so many of our peers, this would have likely become our reality if not for the balanced and nuanced education that we have received and continue to receive at Shapell's Darkei Noam. Lindsay and I started dating while she was a student at Midrash Rachel, and while I was living in Chicago after already having spent a year of learning here at Shapell's. From the beginning, it was clear that our Jewish goals for our family and future were aligned, and that was thanks in large part to the values that we gleaned while being fully immersed in the learning of our respective institutions. Being the religious black sheep of our family, planning a wedding in a few short months, as many of you can imagine, was no easy feat. Had we not been encouraged to remain strong and firm in our Jewish values, while also remaining sensitive to the needs of our non-religious and non-Jewish families, our non-Jewish co-workers, and bemused and confused friends, the journey to the chuppah and beyond would likely have been fraught with challenge. Thanks to our education at Shapell's, however, we never lost sight of the fact that being integrated members of society, sensitive to the needs of those around us, was part and parcel of being a committed Torah Jew and a Kiddush Hashem. We were thrilled when the David Shapell Zal Memorial Fellowship was announced, as we both shared the dream of coming back to Israel, ever since we first started dating, in order to set the foundation for our Jewish family and future. But we knew that without the generous support of the fellowship, our dream might not have become a reality. Needless to say then, when I received the call from Rabbi Karlinsky on Erev Pesach last year, telling me that we had been selected, Lindsay and I were overcome with gratitude and excitement for the upcoming opportunity. Even though we were a little bit saddened to leave the incredible Jewish community in Chicago, which was full of Shapell's alumni, there was no question that coming here would be the opportunity of a lifetime, and there was no way that we could do anything other than come here. The past 6 months have been transformational. As a married couple, we both know that we're no longer just learning for ourselves. We're learning for our own toldot, both biological and through the people we hope to impact in our future communities. Now we're learning as a team. When we share our Divrei Torah over dinner, they're more than just nice ideas. They're the building blocks for the Feldman family and its future. When we celebrate in simchas and holidays with our teachers, we're collecting experiences that will inform our own family minhagim for generations. Our teachers are active role models in our lives. Their behaviors are not to be emulated one day or eventually, but rather to be integrated right now, this and every week. We are witnessing the creation of the blueprint of our personal Jewish continuity. We know that one of the things that Mr. Shapell Zal valued most was Jewish continuity, and that's what motivates our learning here each and every day. As if the pressing issue of continuing a Jewish future wasn't enough of a motivation for us to take advantage of our time here, we are also greatly motivated by learning in the memory of those lost in the Holocaust. The monthly Holocaust programming is a constant reminder of just how lucky we are to be able to live in such a time of freedom of Jewish expression. It is in the merit of the 6 million who lost their lives, including close relatives of the Shapell's family, that we grow in Torah each and every day. We don't take the responsibility of the gift that we've been given lately. We know that we are here for a reason, to be lifelong servants of the Jewish community. And without the ability to hone our Judaic skills in the area of halacha, hashgacha, and more while we are here, we know that we won't adequately be able to serve those communities in the ways that we hope to. As Ke'ilu Toldot of David Shapell Zal, we hope that we are worthy representatives of the memory of Mr. Shapell and his family. We hope to take what we are planting and building here so that we can make our lives a living tribute to Mr. Shapell and the values that he held so dear.